Sometimes the greatest changes in history do not begin with great events, not with a war, not with a king, not with the decision of an emperor. Sometimes everything begins in a place no one is watching, a narrow street, a quiet home, a small neighborhood. Scientists call this the butterfly effect. A small movement that creates enormous and unexpected consequences far beyond its point of origin. The flap of a butterfly's wings can, months later, become a storm on the other side of the world. History works the same way. Lives that seem insignificant at first can end up shaping the fate of entire empires, and the story you are about to hear begins exactly like that. Not in a palace, not beside a throne, but in Frankfurt, inside the walls of a small Jewish neighborhood, hidden from the world. This is the story of how money in the hands of a man born in that neighborhood changed the course of history. Now I will tell you how money in the hands of a man born in a small neighborhood changed history. And perhaps this is the most accurate place to begin if we want to understand the Rothschild family. Most of us know the Rothschilds only as a very rich banking family. But the truth is this family did not merely accumulate money. They showed how markets function, how states borrow money, and most importantly, how wars are financed. There was a time when almost no political approval in Europe could be given without their consent. The real story begins in Frankfurt. Everything began in 1744, in Frankfurt, on a small and enclosed street called Judengasse. This was not just a street, it was a neighborhood surrounded by stone walls, overcrowded and isolated. Jews could not go outside at night. Were not allowed to step out on Sundays or Christian holidays, were forbidden from entering public spaces, gardens, and cafes, were not allowed to gather in groups of more than a few people. It was under these harsh conditions that Mayer Amschel Rothschild opened his eyes to the world. He was being prepared to become a rabbi. But losing both his mother and father at a very young age completely changed the course of his life. His first encounter with Finance Mayer began his life as an apprentice in a banking office. There, he learned how money was managed, how trade worked, and most importantly, about antique coins. Rare coins from the Roman, Persian, and Byzantine eras were powerful status symbols for Europe's elites. Mayer realized this very early on. In a short time, he made a name for himself and caught the attention of Prince Wilhelm of Hesse. Eventually, he became a court factor, meaning the financial agent of the royal court. For a Jewish man in Europe at that time, this was an extraordinary rise. Five sons, 5 locations. This is where Mayer's true intelligence revealed itself. He sent his 5 sons to the heart of Europe: Frankfurt, London, Paris, Vienna, Naples. And he gave them 2 rules. 1. Work with royal families. 2. Keep the family large and keep control within the family. This was not just a strategy, it was risk management. Even if one country fell into crisis, the others would remain in control. This is how, for the first time in history, a truly international banking network was formed. Wars and money. The French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars created enormous opportunities for the Rothschilds. War meant debt, logistics, finance, weapons. The family sent money to both England and France. Later, they realized that England's victory would be far more profitable. Nathan Rothschild began purchasing British government bonds when prices were extremely low during the war. When news arrived that the British had won the Battle of Waterloo, he sold those bonds for massive profits. The reason was very simple. He had built his own information network like a spider's web. He received critical news before anyone else. Becoming the scapegoat, Napoleon had granted equal rights to Jewish people. Because of this, the Rothschilds supporting England caused anger and hatred in France. At that time, the family became the symbol of capitalism, global finance, economic inequality. This perception later became a powerful tool for anti-Semitism. The Industrial Revolution and global influence, the Rothschilds invested in railways, coal, steel, banks, insurance. They played a major role in the formation and growth of European industry. At the same time, they financed art science explorations, charitable institutions. Many museums, libraries, and academic collections were created using their money, from great heights to decline. By the mid-19th century, the Rothschilds were at their peak, but history never grants infinite power to any person, family, or state. The Naples branch was closed. The Frankfurt branch ended due to a lack of male heirs. The Nazi regime was devastating for Vienna and Paris. In 1982, the French bank was nationalized only. The London branch remained. The present day today, the Rothschild family is still active in finance, energy, mining, real estate. They're not simply the family that rules the world, but we know that they have played a massive role in shaping the modern world. If Mayer Rothschild had become a rabbi, if he had never left that small neighborhood, European history might have taken a very different path. Sometimes what changes history is not a war, not a king, not even a major event. Sometimes it is a man born in a small neighborhood. They call this the butterfly effect.